Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update from May 29th, 2024 from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. I started out around 6 a.m. at the Braddock Bay West Spit. The first highlight of the day was an adult red-headed woodpecker that was calling and moved between a couple of trees before continuing on and crossing the bay. Here's an American redstart, and the fact that it was singing and that it's getting some black here to the head both indicate that this is an immature male. Here we have a pair of brown-headed cowbirds, which are brood parasites, meaning that they lay their eggs in the nests of other species and rely on those species to raise their young. There was a least bittern calling repeatedly from this area of the marsh, but I never did get a look at it. I had a total of 51 species from the West Spit, including a ruddy duck and a ruddy turnstone. Next, I did a quick run through the owl woods and took a few moments to rest on the new bench. I had 22 species at the owl woods, including a Canada warbler. When I arrived at Braddock Bay Park, there were some sprinkles. But it didn't take long for it to clear up, and it became a mostly sunny day with a light northeast lake breeze. I enjoyed watching some eastern kingbirds as they perched up on this sign and hunted for bugs down near the grass. I went down onto the boardwalk, and this swamp sparrow was perched up nicely on the railing, and I thought he deserved a nice portrait. And I didn't want the barn swallow to feel left out, so I took his photo too. This willow flycatcher perched up nicely as it sang Fitzbew. Remember that willow flycatchers are in the Empidonax genus, and they're very difficult to tell apart visually from other similar species, especially alder flycatcher, but if you hear them sing or call, then it's pretty easy. And here's a front angle of the same willow flycatcher. Here we have the appropriately named yellow warbler. We even had some cedar waxwings show up and perch in a nearby tree. We also had this bird show up again. It is the State Police Huey helicopter doing more Bambi bucket training. And here we have a large dark raptor with a large head and bill and a lot of white throughout the underside. This is an immature bald eagle. I had a total of 49 species at the Hawk Watch. Altogether, I had 73 species for the day. Taking a look at the hawk count report for our migrant raptor totals, today we had 39 turkey vultures, including more than half of those coming through in one large group towards the end of the day, and 4 bald eagles for a total of 43 migrating raptors. That brings the May total to 16,148 and the season total to 68,751. Taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, it's looking mainly sunny with a high in the mid-60s, winds north-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, so should be another pleasant day to be out, somewhat similar to today. Would expect light migration. And Friday is the last day of the count. They're calling for partly cloudy skies and a high in the low 70s, winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So I'd expect light, maybe even moderate migration for that day. And from 11 to 1, Dana Ford will be coming out with popsicles and ice cream, so feel free to visit as we wrap up the Hawk Watch season. All right, another fun day of birding. And a few weeks ago, we'd get up and check Birdcast in the morning and see that we had 1 million or 2 million birds migrated over Monroe County. I woke up this morning and checked, and it said 13,000 birds migrated over Monroe County, so I almost rolled over and went back to sleep, but I decided to actually go out to the West Spit, and I'm glad that I did because it ended up being a pretty good morning, and there's still some signs of migration with those blackpoll warblers and such still trickling through, and you can never complain about getting species like least bittern and red-headed woodpecker. Then over to the Hawk Watch, kind of a slow day for the raptors, but all that midday excitement with the helicopter coming through and more people coming by to say goodbye as they make their last visits for the season. And all in all, it was a pretty good day to be out. Beautiful weather as we wrap up May here in the Rochester area. We only have 2 more days of the Hawk Watch, so perhaps I'll see you out in the field or up on the platform. From Lyco Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.